Hello everyone. This is a day 2 of the learnings with the DSA course that we are having to go about. So, in this session, we are going to be understanding data structures and ADTs, abstract data types. So, we are just going to be having a brief theoretical knowledge. We do have a lot of data structures like arrays, stacks, graphs, trees, etc. Right? Which we are going to be looking at into greater details with each topic. But for this topic, we are just going to be touch basing upon the basic definitions of what it requires to understand what is a data structure. So you can think about a data structure like a way of storing data and organizing them so that you can retrieve data effectively and also perform operations effectively. So you can say data structure is a way of organizing and retrieving retrieving the data. So so let's say if we had previously seen variables, right, like int, float, and also certain abstract data types, or uh, custom data types like where we created a person object which had age, address, name, so on, any such field, right? So we looked at a custom implementation, custom data type. So uh, we can say this as an we can say this as a custom data type, but whereas abstract data types are nothing more than a custom data type where we also define the operations that we can perform with this person object. Let's say this person object is having to relocate, so we can say what kind of operations uh, we define custom data type and also the kind of actions that are going to be done. So, for example, uh, and here wor- we do not worry about the implementation details. Okay, so this is about abstract data types. Uh, all we have to know is that with our previous custom data type that we defined, a person object which takes in, let's say this can be of type int and this can be of type string, which are all basic data types. Let's say a blood group which can be of character and so on. We can define any basic data types that a normal programming language offers. These are all the variables that a person object or person class might take up, right? So we know that abstract data types is nothing but a custom data type, and also we define the kind of actions that are going to be done. And in abstract data type, we do not worry about how they are implemented, right? So that's about it. So there are many examples, like for example, we have stacks, queues, or maps, and implementation details might vary, but one example that I want to take uh, is with respect to stacks, wherein let's say if we have a concept of last in first out and first in last out, so we can say an array which has an operations like in JavaScript push and pop, where this pushes to the adds to end and removes to the end and removes from end, right? So these simple methods, like example, let's say uh, an array of fruits, let's say apple and banana are two basic fruits that initially we have, and with array dot push we can add in grapes. So the new array would be the new item would be added to the array like banana and grapes. This is added at the end. So this is like, and once we have pop on this array dot pop, then grapes will be removed last in first out. So so the last item that we inserted was grapes, and first item to go also was grapes. So this follows the concept of uh, LIFO, or last in first out. And just for us to also know, we have FIFO, wherein first in first out concept also, where this all these elements will be pushed out. This is part of stacks, right? So yeah, just for us to take an example of this abstract data type. Okay, so that's about abstract data types. And as we said, data structures is nothing but a way of storing, organizing, and retrieving data. So this helps us in efficient access and manipulation and processing of the data that we have, right? So we should also know that there are different data types, and they are specifically used for different kind of operations or different kind of processes. So that's something that we are going to be looking into greater detail as we go about each data type. Hope this was a short and uh, meaningful session. Thank you.